You know the Pimp Cane called Cottonmouth in Cyberpunk 2077, right? Yeah, you do. This guide will show you how to create a robust build featuring that Pimp Cane along with the looks that it demands. The playstyle of the Pimp Build is aggressive and flexible. It combines the Pimp Cane's impressive melee prowess with long-range precision weaponry that uses debilitating poison-laced ammunition, which can be used to dispatch individual targets from afar. All of the weapons in this build have a chance to apply poison as a secondary effect. They are meant to synergize with the Black Mamba implant in the Circulatory System, which almost entirely eliminates the damage dealt by the poison in exchange for making you deal more damage with everything else against poisoned enemies. If you come across a weapon that applies poison, feel free to use it in the meantime, but these are the top and best recommended ones to fit the build that you should aim for. In this build, practically all of your perk points are allocated to technical ability, body and cool. This allocation means you aren't really starved for attribute points, and you can easily cut off a specific branch in the body tree when you're short on perk points. Body boosts your effectiveness with blunt weapons and improves your survivability. The middle branch is all about passive health regeneration. It gives access to an effect called Adrenaline Rush, which gives you some overshield, or rather overhealth, whenever you use your healing item. The right branch buffs your blunt weapons primarily by greatly expanding what you can do while wielding one. It also reduces the stamina consumption and attack speed. This branch grants you the abilities to slam the ground and throw bodies around. Very cool. In the early game, dump as many points as you can into buffing blunt weapons, until you start running into survivability issues. Then you can invest into health regeneration as needed. Technical ability increases your cyberware capacity, gives your tech weapons a special precision charging effect called Bolt, and improves the effectiveness of your healing item, explosives and cyberware. Just about everything in this tree is valuable, so if you have a spare perk point, spend it on something here whenever you feel you need at the time. In the cool tree, all you need are the buffs to damage and stamina regeneration for rifles and handguns in the left branch. Focused and Deadeye trigger when you have high stamina. They make aiming easier, make your headshots deal significantly more damage and refund stamina. You can make pretty consistent use of both the buffs to your arms cyberware Jailbreak and Launch Capacity Overdrive, as well as Vulnerability Analytics and Machine Learning. The former pair buff your projectile launch system to give you an extra activation and allows you to charge up and fire 5 explosive shots while only consuming a single charge. The later pair cause weak points in the shape of red squares to sometimes appear on enemies. If you deal enough damage to the highlighted region, you cause an electric explosion that will deal damage to everything nearby and make new vulnerabilities more frequent and powerful. The amount of cyberware you can equip is too variable to offer a one-size-fits-all solution. The cyberware you will be able to equip depends on your current exact street cred, level, perks, and how many cyberware capacity shards you've found. As a result, I've divided the cyberware recommendations into the usual 3 categories of primary, secondary, and tertiary based on the importance to the build. The Berserk operating system implant is dedicated to improving your performance while using a melee weapon. I recommend using the Militech Berserk, which is the only iconic version of this type of operating system. It costs a ton of cyberware capacity, but it's worth it because it's significantly stronger than the non-iconic versions. It makes you immune to damage instead of just preventing your HP from dropping below 25%. However, you still have a strong incentive to use it at low health because it also makes you deal more damage the lower your health is when it's activated. Normally, each type of projectile launch system fires a single explosive. With the relic skill tree, you can charge up a shot to fire 5 explosives in sequence while only consuming a single activation charge. Some separate perks in the technical ability tree along with the relic perks enable it to have the same effects and buffs as grenades. The toxic projectile launch system causes an explosion that deals chemical damage and has a chance to apply poison, so it synergizes with Black Mamba. That's it, the Pimp Build guide. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.